Inside the Village.
The federal leaders debate kicks off this week, the French and the English on the 17th. The moderator is the incomparable Steve Paikin, host of The Agenda on TVO, and Steve joins us on Inside the Village. Welcome back to the show, Steve. Good to see you.
Happy to be with you guys, and I think I'm very comparable. I don't know what that means, but anyway, happy to be with you.
All right, let's dive into this, Steve. Everybody is saying this is the most important election of our lifetime. Does that mean that you are the most important election debate moderator of our lifetime?
Next question. No, look, I mean, this will, I actually accept the premise that a lot of people are putting forward that this is the most important election of our lifetime, given everything that's been going on since January the 20th of this year, thanks to our friends from south of us. And as we saw in the last American national leaders election debate, these debates can be absolutely crucial. You don't have to be a genius to know that in the last Trump versus Biden debate, it was probably the most consequential debate in American presidential history, because one candidate did so poorly that he actually stopped being a candidate after the debate was over. So these things can be huge, and I'm not obviously prejudging or presupposing what's going to happen on the 17th of April, but I'm allowing for the possibility that it could be extremely consequential.
So you're not predicting someone's going to drop out after the debate?
I am not predicting anything, no.
Steve, I think by my count, this is your ninth debate that you've moderated, 4 federally, 5 provincially. Why do you think they keep coming back to you?
They're desperate. What can I say? I don't know. Scott, I will... Look, I remember how I got chosen the first time. I got a call from a guy named Keith Bogue, who was in charge of running the debate for CBC. Mm-hmm. Keith was a longtime foreign correspondent and I think a Washington correspondent as well. Great guy. And he called me up one day and he said, I have to go into a meeting with the political parties tomorrow and the members of the debate consortium and the media consortium. And I need to bring in 100 different names that I can put in a hat so that everybody can be considered for a potential moderator. Can I throw your name into the hat? And I, sure, why not? Figuring that would be the last I'd hear of it. Well, he called me back the next day and he said, okay, we went through literally 6 dozen names, and Trina McQueen's going to host one debate, you're going to host the other one. And I said, I better clean this up for your audience here. I said, are you out of your effing mind? I've never done one of these before. And he said, well, your 2 names were the only ones everyone could agree on, so you can't back out. You got to do it. And I know why I got picked. I mean, I got picked because the global TV people would veto a CTV debate moderator, and the CTV people would veto a CBC moderator, and everybody considers TVO kind of harmless. So I got picked because I didn't work for one of the major broadcasters, and I guess I didn't screw it up too badly because they've asked a few more times since then.
And that was a federal one, Steve? Do you remember?
That was federal. Paul Martin was prime minister. What year was that? This would be going into 2004. So I guess it was Stephen Harper, Gilles Duceppe. Don't know if the Greens. I can't remember if the Greens were in that one. Jack Layton, certainly for the NDP. It's funny, we're going back 20 years now. It's hard to remember all this stuff now.
For sure. And I can imagine there was a lot of nerves leading up to that, getting prepared for that and doing it for the first time. Do you still feel those nerves? Have you learned different things over the years of having done it?
Well, I mean, I have learned some things over the years, but yes, the nerves are still extremely intense and only surpassed, I think, by the participants themselves. One of the things we have to remember is that there will be 5 leaders on that stage, and 3 of them have never done a national leaders debate before, including Mark Carney, including Pierre Poilievre, the leader of the Green Party, Jonathan Petno, has never done one either. So I think even though they have a tremendous amount of experience at different things in their lives, this will be new for those 3 to be sure. And how they perform under that kind of pressure with millions of Canadians watching, knowing that one false move can really bring you down, will be very interesting to watch.